Good morning, NAMM. No, not Vietnam, but NAMM. NAMM, the National Association of Music Merchants, and they've been doing this show here since 1976. Actually, they started in 1902, but they didn't do it here because this wasn't here. And today we're going to go inside and we're going to explore all of the cool stuff that's there. There are things in there that I have absolutely no idea what they're for, but somebody does, and they really like them. But there's so many things in there that I want to touch, that I want to play, that I want to see, that I want to be a part of, and I want all of you to come in there with me. I'm Rick Snyder with Rico's Blues News and the Left Coast Blues Alliance, and we're going to go check out NAMM, and you're going to come with us. Hi, this is Rico from Rico's Blues News and the Left Coast Blues Alliance, and I am here with Andrew from Gretsch Drums.
Yes, welcome.
And we are very interested. Needless to say, Blues News, Blues Alliance.
Yeah.
I deal with a lot of blues musicians.
I'm in a blues band.
You are?
Yeah, blues, soul, classic, R&B. So I can play shuffle all day and just be happy. So yeah.
Okay, so you're the drummer in a blues
band. Yeah, I'm the loud, obnoxious one. So.
Okay. So quick question about the blues. Are you a blues enthusiast who is more of a purist, or are you able to draw outside the lines without feeling guilty?
I draw outside the lines, but in a very appropriate way. You know what I mean? It's like a balance of still trying to stay to the roots of the rhythm, but with a little creative touch.
Okay.
Yeah.
And of course, with guitars, you get guitarists who only want to play through the amp.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're here about drums. No.
And after All right. So, tell us a little bit about Gretsch.
Well, last year we celebrated our 140th anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah, and
that's
this
impressive.
Year, obviously 141. Yeah, we're here at the Winter NAMM Show, the NAMM Show 2024, and just a lot of items. I mean, we started in 1883 in New York, and
making drums.
They started actually making some acoustic drums and banjos and other instruments, but drums has been a part of the entire program for that long.
Banjos kind of fits in with
drums.
Yes.
Banjos is neat. I mean, a wide assortment. But yeah, I mean, drums has definitely been, my bread and butter. Obviously, Gretsch guitars is a staple, has been for many, many years. But
absolutely,
the drums are actually older in terms of the company instrument than guitars, from my understanding. So,
okay.
But yeah, we just build drums in Richland, South Carolina. We have been since 1984. We do it the same way, and we use the same production methods, same materials that we have since, actually, even the 1960s and beyond. So, when you're getting a Gretsch kit, you're getting an identical sound that we've had for 60, 70 years.
So you know what you're getting when you get
a Gretsch absolutely. Kit. Yeah, I mean, the things about Gretsch, we're very slow to change, and that's a good thing, because we've been able to really last for so long doing the same thing year after year, the same processes, same finishes. Of course, that changes a little bit.
Sure.
And then we have different snare drums that we come out. But the overall way that we actually build the drums is the same that we did for Tony Williams, or Elvin Jones, or Art Blakey.
Oh,
and because of that, it's a sound that has just been so recognized for so long. I mean, it really is probably the most recorded drum kit in history, just because of its long years of tenure. I mean, we owned the world in the jazz scene in the 50s and 60s because they were in New York at that time, and that's where it really exploded.
So, Wrecking Crew, did they use Gretsch drums?
I believe so. I think he did have some Gretsch, but he also had I thought he had some concert toms and some others. Okay. But it's but the studio, I mean, highly coveted in the studio world as well.
So what makes Gretsch drums unique and gives them that unique sound? I know you said you've been doing it the same way, but what is that?
Well, I mean, right here, the yellow kit. This is the Tony Williams yellow. And it's an iconic color. This is a USA custom, which...
I love that color.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Which is also the same layout and design that we've done in the late 50s and the 60s, which is called the round edge. And it consists of a 6-ply shell.
Okay.
It's maple, 4-ply of gum, and then maple. It's a 30-degree bearing edge, and it has the silver sealer on the inside, and it has the die castings. Now that combination, and also the heavy zinc lugs, I mean, that whole combination really gives you a super clean note, a lot of dynamic range, and the feel feel of it is like no other drum kit out there. It actually really reflects back to you.
Oh.
I mean, they're great drums to play. The tuning range is expensive. I mean, they've just been a significant part of that great sound, decade after decade after decade. And I always mention that it's really our flagship series. Just because it's been around for so long, for so many years.
And that's a very traditional configuration.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh yeah, totally. I mean, a lot of guys actually really love the combination of like two toms. We call it USA Custom because it's a completely custom kit. Meaning, if you want an 8-inch tom, 10-inch tom, the depth up to you. The color, we have multi numbers of colors ranging from satin to gloss to nitron, which is like a finished ply kit. And we can customize it by putting direct to shells. We have tone controls. I mean, it's however you want to build it, we can really do it.
So, question: has Gretsch ventured into electronic drums?
No.
Okay, well, for me, that's a good thing. I mean, I think there's some value in electronic drums depending upon where you're going to play.
Totally, yeah.
But acoustic drums,
I mean, it's
there's
like
nothing like it.
It's so our world. Now, it's funny. We ventured into electronics through sampling. Now, I'm not saying us, but I mean, there's countless like sample packs out there, and you can definitely find some Gretsch like sample digital packs because the drums are just so distinctive in the sound and feel, and they're definitely one of the most widely used kits in the studio.
What makes them? What makes blues artists drawn to these drums?
I think it's the heritage and the history of the brand, and the drums have been around so long that you've heard them on countless records, and just the way they play, the way they feel. I mean, they're definitely very controllable in terms of the things about these specifically is the note is very clean, cutting, and pure. To where this kit over here is a broadcaster. That's the white marine pearl broadcaster. That one is a 3-ply shell, and that one's definitely much more warm and buttery and a bit rounder, but not as sharp as this one.
And how many ply are these shells?
This is a 6-ply shell.
Okay, 6-ply,
That's a 3-ply
3-ply.
shell, but that one actually has what we call a round overbearing edge, so it's almost like a baseball bat on the edge.
Oh.
So instead of that one being more like a 30, that one's round. Really warm, really tubby. Now this kit was originally introduced in the 40s, which is the broadcaster 3-ply. Then they were developing new shell configurations, and then the 6-ply shell came out in like somewhere early mid-50s, and the broadcaster disappeared, just went away over time. And so from the mid to late 50s up until 2015, broadcaster was not in production, and they only focused on the 6-ply. Well, then fast forward many years, as my colleague, the Gretsch, Paul Cooper, he actually bought like a vintage 1947 broadcasting kit.
Wow.
He's a big-time collector. It sounded so damn good. He said, we got to come out with that again. And then after like a couple of years of prototyping and development, we reintroduced the broadcaster, and it is one of the hottest drum kits out there. Like so sought after because it's such a iconic vintage sound drum kit. They're really fun to play, and they feel different from this. Great drums.
So my final question: how has AI impacted Gretsch?
I don't think it has.
Okay. Andrew, thank you very much for taking some time with us. I really appreciate it.
Goodbye, NAMM. No, not Vietnam, but the NAMM Show. We're thrilled that you were part of our journey at the 2024 NAMM Show. Your presence made the experience even more special. Stay connected with us by following Rico's Blues News on Facebook and subscribing to our YouTube channel. The NAMM Show has truly rebounded in the post-pandemic era, offering a diverse array of experiences that cater to all tastes, not just for blues enthusiasts. Here's looking forward to sharing more exciting moments with you on Rico's Blues News and through the Left Coast Blues Alliance. Goodbye for now.